Hi, welcome to Von Gillette's YouTube channel. Today we'll be covering neutral pelvic position. So I get a lot of clients that they know how to deadlift, they know how to do planks, but one of the biggest problems that I see is that many of these clients start out with an anterior pelvic tilt in doing these movements. So they're trying to get out of anterior pelvic tilt by doing the right exercises, which are deadlifts, which are planks, which are hamstring curls, but unfortunately their pelvic position is already anteriorly tilted. If you start out in an anterior pelvic tilted position, you will just reinforce anterior pelvic tilt. So it's really critical that before your exercise you know which position that you can be neutral in, and very importantly, which ones you cannot be neutral in. So we have Ariel. He's back from school, summertime, back from his first year of college, second year in college. Thanks, Ariel. And so what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can get Ariel neutral in the standing posture, which will determine if we should do any exercises in the standing position, right? So what we're going to do, just like we did in the last video, is check to see if Ariel can essentially touch my thumb to the low back area with 3 points of contact: the head, the mid back, and that sacrum. So Ariel, can you try to touch that low back to the thumb? Good. Ariel does a good job of that here. Now Ariel, I see he's got to exert some effort, so I would just be cautious on which exercises you do standing up, but we could probably do some exercises in standing because Ariel can get neutral with his pelvic position. So the other positions that we're going to go through are going to be a split stand squat. So Ariel, can you just go, we're going to go here, and then we're also going to check with the other leg forward too. So what this does, it can stretch out that right hip flexor, and sometimes this can prevent people from actually getting neutral. So Ariel, can you try to touch now? Not feeling it. So we would avoid split stance work for now. And all right, can you just do the other side now? So we have the right leg forward now. And we're going to check this one. Okay. Yeah, I would say both of those are the same and limited. So Ariel would be okay with training, doing stuff, pressing, pulling, overhead, whatever, standing with both feet side by side, but not in a split stance squat. So Ariel, let's switch you now to, we're going to go to prone and supine. So first let's go prone, so let's lie on your stomach. So Ariel, you really don't have to do anything, but what I want you to try, there we go. Ariel's easily able to flatten the back to my thumb underneath the stick, so he can get neutral here. Ariel, let's turn you over for supine or lying on your back. And all I'm going to do for this is just put my fingers underneath here and see if he can flatten the back, which he can certainly do. Yep, that's no problem. And Ariel, let's check tall kneeling with both knees on the pad. Good, and we have 3 points of contact, and we're going to see if we can touch here. Good. This one is good to go here. Yep. So Ariel could, but Ariel had to try in that one. Fairly, right? So yeah. we would be careful in which exercises we chose for that tall kneeling. Ariel, let's go with the left leg forward now. Okay, and you do wanna check both sides to make sure that this would be a viable position here. So Ariel, we're gonna get neutral here. That one is good to go. You can do half kneeling with the left leg forward, and we'll check the right leg forward. Sometimes these can be different because one side, the hip flexor, might be a lot tighter than the other side. So you got to be careful. There's a little rotation that Ariel's going through, but he's still neutral for sure. Yep. But you still got to try with this one though too.
Yeah, a
right?
little bit.
A little bit. Okay. Yep. So Ariel, let's lie down on your stomach now. Now, one of the things that we've that you'll find is that anterior pelvic tilt is not just an alignment problem. So you can see that if Ariel starts out, let's say in a standing position, especially in a split stance squat position, he's going to be moving into anterior tilt automatically no matter what he does because he's already in anterior pelvic tilt. However, Ariel, what I want you to do is we're going to make sure you're neutral in this position. And can you flatten your back a little bit more, just a tad bit more? Good. So Ariel touches that low back to my thumb. And Ariel, what I want you to do is bend your knee all the way. Let's go with the left knee. All right. We're watching this area. Okay. Good. Good. And then back down. And then let's do this. The right side. Okay. I don't know if you noticed that, but Ariel moved into anterior pelvic tilt. So just because we start out in anterior pelvic tilt or in a neutral pelvic position doesn't mean that you will be able to maintain a neutral pelvic position. So again, the exercises we choose matters, but first and foremost, get your positioning correct in whatever stance that you take. Again, do not do stances that you cannot get neutral in. And later on, though, we will cover correcting the movement problems associated with anterior pelvic tilt. So if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. Thank you.